Okay, so we can start part 12. Simplify each of the following expressions. Here, last time we discussed some formulas which will be used to simplify the equation. These formulas. So these formulas will be used, and these are simple formulas. If it is whole square, we will use whole square. If it is not whole square, we will use another formula. So it depends. This formula can be applied. For example, we are taking question number 1 of this 3 plus root 3 multiply with 2 plus root 2. So here there is no formula. We cannot apply any formula. So we will multiply this. You will write first 3, first write 3 and then bracket. Then you write plus root 3 and then bracket. And in the second bracket, you will write the second value 2 plus root 2. Simple multiplication we are doing. So this is the correct way of doing it. So you will not leave any term. This is to now multiply 3 to the 6. 3 will multiply with root 2. So 3 root 2 plus 3 root 2 root 3 into 2 2 root 3 and 3 root 3 into root 2 root 3 into 2 we can write in the same root. So we get 6 plus 3 root 2 plus 2 root 3 plus root 6. And there is no like term. Root 2 is not there any other term. We cannot simplify further. So if we have some formula, we can apply. Otherwise, we will multiply directly. Here 3 plus root 3 multiply with 3 minus root 3. Okay. So here we can use the formula a plus b a plus b into a minus b. A plus b into a minus b is equal to a square minus b square. So 3, this is a, this is a, and this is b. So we can write as is equal to a square means 3 square minus root 3 whole square. So 3 square is 9 and root 3 square is 3. Square of root will cancel always. So root of any number is square of any number under root x square is always equal to x. Okay. So remember this. 9 minus 3 is 6. So this is very simple type of questions we have given in our textbook. Root 5 plus root 2 whole square. So here we can use a plus b whole square. A plus b whole square is equal to a square. A plus b whole square, a square plus 2ab plus b square. Okay. Apply this formula. A square means root 5. A is root 5 and b is root 2. Root 5 whole square plus 2 into a. A is what? Root 5 into b. B is root 2 plus root 2 whole square. Root 5 square is 5 plus 2 root 5 to the 10 plus root 2 square is 2. 5 plus 2 can be added. 5 plus 2 7 plus 2 root 10. Similarly, here also we can use the formula for fourth question. Again, same formula, root 5 minus root 2 5 plus root 2. So root 5 plus root 2. No, this is different formula. Here you have given a minus b and a plus b. A minus b, a plus b is equal to a square minus b square. So this will be equal to root 5 square, root 5 square minus root 5 square minus root 2 square. So root 5 square is 5, root 2 square is 2, 5 minus 2, 3. So like this we have to simplify them and get the answer. Question is, recall pi is defined as the ratio of the circumference of a circle to its diameter. Pi is equal to what? We will use pi as pi is equal to circumference of a circle, capital CU, divided by the diameter of a circle. This is what circumference. If you have any circle like this, then this is your diameter and circumference is this one. Whole this one is circumference, that is C, which is equal to 2 pi r. You know that 2 pi r means pi into 2r. 2r means diameter. Therefore, diameter is equal to C. Sorry, pi is equal to C. Pi we have to write. So d pi we can write pi is equal to circumference upon diameter. So that you know already from the formula of circumference of a circle. Circumference divided by diameter. But here the question is, as it is looking like the ratio of the two numbers, it seems to contradict the fact that pi is right. Pi, how will you resolve this contradiction? So pi is an irrational number, I told you. So just we have to write the reason. Question, we have to write the answer in the reason. How will you write? Just you can write like this. When we measure, actually circumference, we are measuring circumference and diameter and finding their ratio. So when we measure the length of a, and we measure the length of a line or anything, length of a line with a ruler or with any other device, with any other device, we only get an approximate rational number. We get and get only an approximate. Exactly, just measuring exact is very difficult. There are the chances of making the errors of 0.0001%, but error is there. So that's why, so we can say that approximately rational value, approximate rational value. That means that is C and D both are irrational. Both are irrational. We are not getting approximate. We are not getting rational value. Approximate rational value, that is actually irrational. So therefore, C on D is irrational. D is irrational and that's why the pi is an irrational number. So pi is also irrational. Thus, there is no contradiction in saying we ask that why there is a contradiction. Then there is no contradiction. There is no contradiction in saying contradiction in saying that phi is irrational. There is no contradiction. So like this, we can write the reason. I explained before also the previous class. So here we have to represent. See, do you remember we have done root 2, root 3, root 5, how to represent root 2, root 3, root 5, root 10 on the number line. So that you have seen. Sometimes we have to use spiral diagram. If the question is asked to find root 3, we have to start from 1, 1, root 2 and multiply, and this will be root 3. But if you have root 5, so root 5 can be written as 2 square 1 square, so then it will be root 5. Similarly, root 10 can be represented as root 10 is also the square of 3, 3 square plus 1 square is equal to 10 square. So that's why we can take 3 and 1 to get directly under root 10 on the number line that we have already seen. Like this you can make, and this point will be under root 10. This we have done. Now if the here what we are going to do, if you have given 2 point something, 2.4 decimal, square root of the decimal number, which is not a perfect rule. So like this we will do under root 9.3. How to represent, then this representation is different, quite different from this one. Okay. So remember, if you have given the decimal, you will do by a different way. So first I will write here the steps and steps of construction, and accordingly we will do it. This question we are doing question number 4. First step, write, draw a line and mark a point A on it. First, draw a line and mark a point A on it. Okay. So draw a line and mark a point on it. We will draw a line. Mark a point on it. This is your starting point A. This is your point A. Mark a point A, the starting. So this is A point. Okay. Then second step, step number 2. These are the steps of construction. Okay. Second point, mark a point, mark point B on this line such that such that AB is equal to, first you will take whatever you have to find, 9.3 centimeters. You have to find under root 9.3 centimeters. So that's why you will take 9.3 centimeters. Okay, got it? You will take 9.3 centimeters. So you have to take one, take the scale and put here, and we have to mark at A point 9.3 centimeters. Mark at 9.3 centimeters, 9.3 centimeters, wherever it will come, just try to make it exactly 9.3 centimeters. 1, 2, 3. This is your point B. Okay, 9.3 centimeters. Next, third point. Find midpoint of AC. No, mark a point C on AB produced such that BC is equal to 1 centimeter. Now one more point we have to take. Mark a point C. Mark a point C on AB such that such that BC is equal to 1. We are taking centimeters, so if you are taking this, you can do it. So 1 means this C point will be at 1 centimeter, means after 10, 10.31, 2, and 3 here. So this point will be your point C. Mark a point C at 1 centimeter. Okay. Now you can remove your ruler, and now you have to take the midpoint of AC. The next point is you have to find the midpoint of AC. The fourth step will be find midpoint, find the midpoint of AC. Midpoint of AC, let the midpoint be, let the midpoint be O. So how will you find the midpoint? Now you have to take the compass, okay, and you can keep it here at A and C. You will have to mark the arcs on both the sides, up and down. Okay, like this, you can keep it here. Then you can have, it should be more than half. Then you can have one arc, draw one arc here, one arc. Okay, and do not change the radius. You can make it big, because the midpoint will come somewhere here. So, and then below also you have to make 1 arc. 1 arc here. Okay. Now do not change the radius. Do not change the radius, and this you have to keep it at B. Do not keep at B. C. AC. You can see this. This is very, very important. That we have the midpoint of AC. This is AC. AC. Midpoint of AC. Okay. And intersect this R. Intersect it with the same radius. Radius should not be changed. Then you will get the midpoint. Upside and below this line. Also draw an arc which will intersect these. Then when you join these 2 points, you will get the midpoint. Join this point exactly to this point. Okay. Join this point exactly to this point. Like this. You will join this point to this point. Okay. This is your midpoint O. Okay. So we got the midpoint of AC as O. Okay. And you can show that A to B. You can write here A to B is you have taken 9.3 centimeters from A to B, and B to C you have taken 1 centimeter. Okay. Then next step I will write here fifth step. Step number 5 is O as center, taking O as the center and OC, draw semi semicircle with center center O and with center O and radius OA and radius OA or OC, same radius OA or OC. So this we will have to adjust the compass with this O, and this you have to keep the compass at O, exactly at O. Okay. And then you have to take it up to C, OC radius. It be OC radius. It should pass from C. OC radius. Okay. And now you will draw the circle. Okay. Semicircle. No need to draw the below of this line. Like this, you will draw. This will always pass from A and C. That means you have done correctly. Now draw a line passing through B, perpendicular to OB. From B, draw a line passing through B, perpendicular to OB. That means you can say draw a line through B, path perpendicular to OB, perpendicular to OB. From here you have to draw the line. Now drawing perpendicular line, actually we should draw by compass, but okay, we can draw by this. We can put it here. Okay, exactly at B and draw the line which is perpendicular from B and intersect AC at D. Okay, so this line should be drawn from this point to this point to this point. Okay, got it? This should be exactly perpendicular line. This should be exactly perpendicular line, and this point we will take as DBD. Okay, and you can make the scale also here on the number line. You can make it like we have seen this one here up to C. You can write here 0, and this is 10.3. Here you are getting 11, so you can make the point at 11, 12, 13, 14. This is your 11, 12, 13. Like this, you can make up to the end of the line, so that you can get exact point. This BD will represent under root 9.3. This BD, now take BD, B as center. Finally, we will taking B as taking B as center and BD as radius. B as center and BD as radius. Draw an arc which is arc cutting or intersecting, cutting OC produced. OC produced means OC is produced here, this side. OC produced at E. At E. Okay. And E is so often represent, therefore E, point E, you can write point E represent, point E represents under root, point E represents under root 9.3. Now see that the last point, we have to put the compass here. Now we will have to put the compass B, at B exactly, and take the radius as BD. Make it radius as, okay, and then draw an arc. This arc at this point, it is point E. Okay, this is what? This is point E, and this point will represent a root 9 point. This is your point E, and this is your under root 9.3 on the number line. Okay, so I will explain it very fast. AB, first take AB 9.3, then 1 more centimeter, and then draw semicircle. Find the midpoint of AC and draw a semicircle with center OC, and then perpendicular. Draw this line, should be perpendicular, 100% should be perpendicular. It will meet at D, and this length will represent under root BD is equal to what? Under root 9.3. That's why we have taken this length and put it here. So this point actually will represent under root 9.3. Actually, we should don't write 11, 12, 13 because maybe the number. Oh, take, take, that's all.